Hi, my name is Davin Sundvik with The Catch Today, and we are going to be going over two very short experiments here today regarding black powder in modern rifle cartridges. Specifically, I'm going to be shooting my 30-06. The reason for that we've explained in previous videos, but I'll go ahead and just briefly explain it. My rifle typically shoots high for the first shot and then shoots very tight groups once the barrel is warm. So what we're going to be doing is shooting a standard Hornady Precision Hunter 30-06 load with I think 175 grains in a cold barrel, right? We're going to take 3 shots, not going to take any particular spacing, just 3 shots in a row, and take a look at the target down below. We're going to let the barrel cool off, and then we're going to take 3 shots of black powder. Then we're going to compare those two group sizes. After that, we're going to use a device that's going to allow us to see the velocity of the bullets, just to see how much velocity change. So our hypothesis is that the group size is not going to be significantly larger or smaller with the black powder. My hope is that the difference between the first shot on the cold barrel and the subsequent shots are close enough to be able to call a good enough group, or may even actually be more accurate than the smokeless powder loads. And then another hypothesis is that we're not losing more than 50% velocity. So the goal here is that we're maintaining about 70 to 80% of the initial velocity that we had started with. And so with that being said, let's jump right into the first test. I know it might be a little bit windy out here, but we're gonna be doing field shooting. So this is like real world groups. The goal is not to get sub MOA groups. The goal is to shoot in a field position in real life hunting scenarios. What is that group size gonna realistically be? And so I want to compare apples to apples. And so the fact that it's a little windy is not that big of a deal, because when I hunt, sometimes there's wind. So we're going to be shooting at exactly 102 yards. I have a little red bucket there that I'm not going to move. So whether or not my rangefinder is perfectly in or not, it doesn't matter, because we're going to leave that red bucket there throughout the entire experiment. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the first round of shooting. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and check out the target. This is gonna be an unedited video, so just bear with me. If you want a 2X the next part while I walk down there, that's fine, but I just wanna show one seamless video of us shooting here for the first experiment, and then another seamless section after that. So I'm gonna walk with you guys. All right, appreciate your patience here. As we can see, we've got a fairly decently sized group. It's not what I would call insanely small. My pinky is roughly 2 inches, and from center to center, it's roughly the length of my pinky. So we're gonna go ahead, put a new target on, and then we're gonna go try it out with the black powder loads and see if we can achieve the same level of accuracy. This is actually a little different than what I was expecting. Normally the rifle shoots high and then it shoots the next shots low, but today it's cooperating, so who knows. All right, now it's time to test the black powder loads. All right, I can already see from here that the group is fairly large. Let's go ahead and check it out. This might prove that we might have further testing to continue to do. So. All right, so this is definitely not what we expected. As you can see, we have a shot string going vertically here. This is roughly, I'd say maybe about a 4.5 inch group at 100 yards, which isn't terrible, but certainly not where I want the group to be. So we can actually see that for right now, there's future load development that needs to happen. Previous tests of this, we got much tighter groups, so I'm actually genuinely surprised. So we're gonna go ahead and document this and then try more groups in the future. Maybe our loading technique was off, or maybe we had some other issues that we're gonna look into, but this is not a definitive test, but it certainly does violate the initial hypothesis. Make sure you stick around for part 2 where we'll test velocity.